Go.
Good morning, everyone. I am Shweta. In 2012, we began a group of 50 people. We called it Bangalore Schools. Now in 2020, we have 50,000 people, parents, educators, even students. It gives me great pleasure in joining my co-admins, Sandhya Vishwan and Manoj Telakat, in welcoming you to the Bangalore Education Online Expo. We always say that the world is changing, but it seems that in 2020, the world meant serious business when it says, let's change. We cannot predict the future, however much we try, but education does help us acquire the survival kits to face all kinds of challenges: cultural, professional, personal, creative, spiritual, and much more. And what better person to lead this movement forward than Mr. Allan Andersen, director of Chaman Bhartiya School. Allan has over 3 decades of experience in teaching and is also the founder principal of the globally recognized Ostad Gymnasium School in Copenhagen, Denmark. Allan is a visionary leader in the field of education, and he believes that preparing students to succeed in a rapidly changing 21st century environment begins in schools. He is also a member of the Global Schools Alliance, which is a select gathering of innovative schools. Chaman Bhartiya School is our title partner, and we are so happy to have them at the Expo. We believe that we are poised for change, and we are excited to begin this new era with the Online Expo. Without further ado, it is a great honor for me, Sandhya and Manoj, to invite Mr. Allan Andersen to deliver the keynote address. Allan, welcome to the Bangalore Education Online Expo. Over to you.
Good morning. Thank you very much for giving me the honor of opening this expo. My topic for this morning's speech is, are schools still relevant in the 21st century? Being an educator for 45 years, it will come as no surprise that I'll end up answering the question with a big yes. But the yes comes with conditions. I think schools can only stay relevant if they change. Education is in high demand everywhere in the world. All countries see education as an important way of solving their problems. Companies see education as crucial to be more competitive. Families want education for the children, to have a place to have their children while they are working. And the individual wants education to have a good career in life. So education is in high demand. But are schools, as we know them, still the answer to that demand? Schools, as we know them, have not always existed. They came in the 17th and 1800s with the industrialization, colonialism, and the construction of new nation states. There was a demand for basic education for everyone. There was a demand for
Allan,
culture.
We are not able to hear you clearly.
Okay, so there is an issue with the audio. Sorry.
No issues.
It was okay. It was okay some time ago, wasn't it?
Yes, now it's a little broken and it's unclear.
Okay. Is it still broken?
It's okay in parts, but then it becomes a little, coupled.
Allan, we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Yeah, is the voice okay now?
It's much better. It's much better.
Okay. I was talking about the need for education that came up with the industrialization and the creation of nation states and colonialism. So there was a need for mass education, and therefore the school model was created with similar schools all over the world, with corridors, classrooms, and teachers standing inside a blackboard teaching the standardized curriculum everywhere. And it was an important part of all the progress that happened in many countries. But now we are living in different times. We're living in times with rapid development of everything in society, of production, of the way society works, the way we engage with each other. There's great uncertainty. The jobs market we know today will not be the same in 5 years or 10 years from now. We live with global challenges. We can see with the COVID situation how rapidly all the countries had to change in order to adapt to the new situation. The technological revolution is changing everything for us. So now we must ask again, the need for education has never been bigger. We need education to help all the individuals everywhere to adapt to this uncertainty, to become part of a community, to provide for themselves throughout the lifetime. In order to do that, education must innovate. We need education to be much more focused on the personal and social development of the child, to empower children to live and thrive in the 21st century, to be happy with changes, to be able to adapt to new things and see it as an opportunity, not as a threat. There are so many challenges for the world. We need to educate citizens that will work for the common good, that will do something about the challenges that face our planet and our country and our local community. Young people that will work for the common good. And schools need to prepare children for lifelong learning, to give them competences so that they can learn new things, learn to take on new jobs, because they will need to change jobs every 5 or 10 years because of this rapid development of society. The industrial school model can't do that. It is created for a fixed curriculum, for fixed goals, for a society where things are more stable. So if schools want to be a relevant answer to the demand for education for the 21st century, they need to create environments for personal and social development, for what I would call empowerment and empathy. They need to give children what we call 21st century competencies: creativity, collaboration, critical thinking. And they need to be organized more with cross-curricular projects, so that they learn academics not through isolated subjects, but by solving problems. They need to know technology, how to use technology, how to develop technology. Schools need to develop creativity and innovation in children. And in the light of COVID-19, we have seen many new models of education. Technology has been used much more than before. Even schools that haven't used technology before have done it. So now we can see that you don't actually always need a building to provide education. Many parents have preferred to organize homeschooling because they don't want children to come out in a safe environment. So if schools don't provide a safe social and personal environment for the children where they can learn through social activities with solving problems in the world outside the school, we will see many new models for the provision of education. So my point is that in the present world, schools are not relevant automatically. Education can come through many new ways. So if schools don't innovate, and I think in India, the new education policy is a very fine step in the right direction. If the schools don't innovate, others will do the job. Modern computers with advanced machine learning can give students individual feedback. It can provide education with multimedia resources. So if the schools are still primarily focused on rote learning and preparing for tests, other media of education can be just as relevant as schools. But if schools can create a social learning environment where children learn to solve problems in collaboration with their fellow students and with help from grown-ups, there's never been more use for good schools in the world. And I can see it happening everywhere in the world. Many schools are innovating, trying new things, trying to make education relevant for children, not at least in India. And today and tomorrow, Sunday, you can see some of the very good schools in Bangalore that can give your child a very good basis for adapting to the 21st century. So I think the COVID-19 situation should be a wake-up call for schools that haven't started the innovation process and for the education systems to innovate, to make education relevant for the child in the 21st century. So thank you very much, and visit the schools at this expo. They will give you a great experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Allan, for that wonderful address. It is so important to understand how we need to innovate to keep moving forward. And COVID-19, as you rightly said, is a wake-up call for what we should be doing in any case. So thank you for that wonderful keynote address. I will now hand the reins over to Manoj Telakat, my co-admin on the Bangalore Schools Group. Over to you, Manoj.
Okay. So thank you so much, Allan, for that wonderful words. Totally new perspective that you've brought in terms of how school should be looking at and what parents should be looking at. So thank you so much for that initial words and kicking this expo off. As you know, this is the first ever online expo, education expo, and that's the first ever online education expo conducted by parents. So the three parents have come together to create this wonderful platform. A big thanks to Shweta for actually starting this off, because 8 years back it started as a small idea in her to see how she can help other parents identify schools and uh, come together as a platform. And from that we have actually reached a group of 50,000. So I take this opportunity to announce to the group that we are officially 50,000 members. We were at 49,800 till 3 days back. When we looked at it, we have crossed 50,000, and a big thanks to each and every one of you for being in that community and helping us become one of the best managed parenting or education community anywhere in India. So thank you, Allan, for trusting us. Thank you, Allan, for supporting us, and the entire team of Chaman Bhartiya for coming in as a title sponsors this time. I need to say thanks to the backend marketing team also. Pallavi, if you are there, Prasad, and Gagan, a big thank you to guys for kind of standing up with us and supporting us all this time. Allan, do pass our thanks to the entire Chaman team at the back end from our side. My special thanks to our knowledge partner, Kunskapskolen, Sunita, the team, marketing team led by Kanika, Deepak, all of you. Thank you so much for coming back and being part of this expo once more. And our two new partners who joined us this time, Lingophile from UK. A special thanks to Saurav Papia and the team there, and to Valistus, Mr. Venkat, Sai, Anu, all of you for kind of connecting with us and supporting us. And a big thanks to every single exhibitor who have supported us and have come on board. Uh, as we know that there is going to be some teething trouble, because this is the first time anybody is doing something at this scale, and we've been up and on it, running it for the last 3 days without even an hour's sleep. So I think that will pay off in the next 1 hour, 2 hours. We will get to know what are the teething troubles, and we'll definitely try to solve all of them. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you all for coming in here today morning to see this program. We are starting off with this keynote address from Allan, and we straight away move to the next event after this, which is going to be our most awaited event, which is the Educator Speak, which will happen in the next event, which will start at 10 o'clock. So we will close this event and we will all move into the next event. The links have been sent to the people. Anybody who's in the auditorium, please click on the auditorium and you'll be able to again go in there. So a special thanks to all of you who have come in here. A lot of you have got my invites late night and you've joined in early morning today. So thank you so much for all of that stuff. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you, Sandhya, for standing up and supporting and making this community to the 50,000 members, and to everyone in that 50,000 member community. A big thanks, and we will see you at Educator Speak. Thank you, Allan, once more. So we will log out of this, and we will join in for the uh, Educator Speak at 10 o'clock sharp. Please walk through the exhibition. There are some amazing stalls which are there. This is possibly the first ever education expo which is on a 3D platform. So watch the video. You will know how to navigate through that stalls, because for most of us it is the first time we are not navigating through anything like this. So watch the video. It will take you through how to navigate that, and please visit all the stalls, support each and every one of us who are exhibiting there. Thank you so much once more, and we are logging out from here now. Thank you. Harika, you can close the meeting, please.
Will do.
मेरे का नॉर्मल में भी वही आ रहा है ना